Hello, everybody, and welcome to Movie Couple Live. This is a show where we talk about the latest in movie news and pop culture. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
Happy Saturday?
Today is Wednesday.
Fail.
We're in the middle
Failure.
of the week.
Totally
yes, it is Hump Day here on the Movie Couple channel. Hope you all are doing great. We have a lot of cool topics to talk about today.
And that includes our first look at She-Hulk. That was supposed to be your line, but it's okay.
Really?
We practiced it just now. You were supposed to say the first bullet point.
And I'm supposed no. Vanity Fair's June cover features Star Wars.
Our first look at She-Hulk Attorney at Law, the trailer.
And Kevin Feige wows advertisers at Upfronts.
That literally was the opposite of what we practiced.
No, I did the Star Wars one.
But I said the last one.
Anyhow,
what's the
I
point
hope
of
you
practicing?
guys are doing awesome today. Welcome to our very well structured, planned out, and organized show here on Movie Couple Live. Since Navi is a little bit under the weather, our tech is
Fired.
Fired. Always just blame Navi.
Fired.
Even though, how can you stay mad at her? She's
Fired.
so cute.
Welcome to our super professional, always thought out, professionally produced show. That doesn't matter if we rehearse or not because we're going to screw it up. All right. But yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. That's just some of the topics that we're going to dive into. And also, for everybody who's joining, we got a couple of new things up on the channel, a couple of new things that we need to film that will be up on the channel. What is up on the channel is the She-Hulk trailer reaction. So you guys can go ahead and check that out on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And then coming up, we're going to film a very, that review's got to go up today. Downton Abbey, A New Era. We got to see the movie. We got to experience some high tea after the screening. That was a lot of fun. So there's a Reels on my Instagram if you guys want to check that out. And then a solo review for Bob's Burger, the movie.
Mm-hmm. So we've got a lot of cool stuff coming out, and I have to admit, if you guys have a chance to follow Wendy Lee Zaney on Instagram or on Twitch, those videos from the Downton Abbey tea time, high tea, was really cool. I have to admit, it was a really fun experience. The movie was really fun and cute. We'll have our review up in just a little bit later today. But yeah, go check it out, and I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Also up on the channel, it's not on the channel, it's just on my Instagram, but I got to go to my first K-pop concert. I don't know if he's in here today, Zach Mendoza, who's also like a fellow K-pop fan. We didn't go together, but we were at the same concert. Got to see Twice for their last day on their world tour in LA, and I even picked floor seats, and I got confetti. I got Twice confetti. I only picked one because, like, what am I going to do with a handful of them? But I did want one confetti, so.
Just bring a whole armful. Just bring, like, a big trash bag. Just
Some
Wendy
people
comes home like a K-pop Santa Claus with K-pop confetti.
Yeah. Like Loki says, I'm adding that to Instagram. Lol. Wait, there's a new Miss Marvel promo. You know what? It's fine that I think it's okay. I want to see it, but I think it's okay too because it's coming up so soon.
Yeah.
That I think at this point, maybe I don't want to see anymore. I'm very excited for the show that we're finally getting her debut into the MCU. So
and
maybe
they're changing her up a little bit, changing up her powers.
A little bit.
They're not mentioning Inhumans. So, they might not. I actually don't know. We don't know. But it looks like she gets her powers from the armbands and not from being an Inhuman. Even though there were some things in previous MCU material that did mention the Inhumans. So I'm pretty sure it's already out there, but just in case, it's that I didn't want to make any spoilers. But we also do have some super chats from Marvin Martin. Thank you so much, Marvin Martin, for your amazing support.
And the first one says, folks often write monsters to look hot while in monster form. Creepy. His words, not mine. So if you could Hulk something truly monstrous looking, what and why?
So, I guess, honestly, I think it would be really cool to kind of Hulk out into something that has like a lot of arms.
Oh.
Kind of, because, one, if I ever get like really, really mad at like a job that I have to do, I can just Hulk out and then all the other arms will start helping me out do the job a little bit better.
Yeah.
So it would make it a little bit easier to have multiple arms, something that I can be able to get more things done that's frustrating me or making me upset.
I think for me, I would want to sprout wings.
Oh, just so you can fly away
just
from the problem?
Just so I can get away from instead of facing my problems, I'm going to fly away from them. And I want these, like, fabulous looking wings, probably all black or something like that.
Like bat wings?
Like,
kind of like maybe
little
like
claws on the end of
like
it.
Like the little Lucifer wings almost?
Just like gargoyles type.
Oh!
I want gargoyles type and just, like, through the roof.
That would be really cool.
That's what I would want. Let us know how you guys would Hulk yourselves out. If you were, in the situation. And we also have another super chat from Marvin. Thank you so much for your continued support, by the way. He says, the world seems pretty tolerant of superhumans, so how are they going to develop the double standard towards mutants going forward, you think?
Honestly, that's a really good... You know what? One of the things that could be is since there's already right now all of these things that are happening, I think the humans in the MCU might start getting upset at superhumans, but they're even more upset or less tolerant of mutants because they are actually not human. So there might be this development in the MCU where people are just sick and tired of the sky changing different colors every half day. Big mountains of giants coming out of the ground and be like, you know what? We're sick and tired of these superhumans. And you know what? We like mutants even less. So I'm hoping that they're able to keep that. But you're right. That's a kind of a confusing distinction to be able to make is the difference between, hey, Captain America is all right, but Wolverine is an abomination because he's a mutant, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious on how they're going to jungle that hatred for mutants, but that okay for other superhumans. But that's actually really good question. But first of all, we have to get mutants into the mix here.
Yes. Hold on one second, guys. Our sound is coming through a different thing.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. That's better.
Oh, it sounded okay.
Okay, well, how do we sound now?
So my apologies. I thought...
How do we sound now?
Okay, well, hold on a sec. We have to wait for it to catch up. I mean, it sounds okay.
All right.
How does it sound on your guys' end? Want to make sure. But yeah.
Huh?
It sounds okay on my end.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine.
Okay, just checking.
That my ears don't hear the wrong thing. Remember the last time we used it to check sound, and it was for the Netflix thing, and it sounded so awful. But it didn't sound awful on this. It sounded awful though when I put my real headphones on, and I was like, oh my god, my ears. So okay. Anyways, let us know if we sound all right in the chat, if you will. And what was your question? I'm sorry, I'm blanking. My head is in 50 million places.
So today. I was answering Marvin Martin's question about, yes. How are they going to, hey, superhumans are okay, but mutants should all be destroyed, kind of a thing. So
okay. Well, I think that kind of has been the premise around X-Men.
Yeah.
The mutants, they kind of are looked down upon, or people try to stay away from them. There's a stigma about them. So I think Marvel probably will lead us down some sort of path where some people have these beliefs, some people don't. But at this point, you gotta realize the people of 616, for the last, I don't know how many movies, experienced many, many things. Avengers aren't just billionaires in a super technical suit.
Yeah.
It's also, they've seen a god. They've seen a Scarlet Witch. They've seen a Sorcerer Supreme. They've seen a Hulk. They've seen alien ships. They've seen another god in Loki. So I think it's going to be interesting where they go. And yeah, I do wonder if there is going to... So far, I think Marvin is correct. They have been pretty tolerant of superhumans. And I think Wanda maybe broke that a little bit.
Yeah.
Because of what she did in Westview. So we'll see how that plays out.
However they do introduce mutants, it might be that. It's the fact that the way that mutants are introduced. So, like, say, for example, there is say if Scarlet Witch was the one who kind of brought mutants into the forefront. Everyone disliked the Scarlet Witch because they thought she was dangerous. She thought the way she used her magic was evil. And now these new things that are popping up, these mutants, are a source from her. Mm-hmm. So therefore, they're not, good like superhumans that were humans that had something done to them. So it could be more along the lines of how they plan to bring mutants into the forefront, and they don't trust that, as opposed to mutants themselves. But once again, we have no idea how Kevin Feige is going to do this, so I'm really curious.
Very, very excited, and we have a little bit more like Kevin Feige related news / Marvel related news later on down the line. Going into the chat today, we do have a super chat. Click on it from Anthony Solis.
Thank you so much, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony, who says, "What's up with Dustin and Wendy? Happy to join and chat. Yay, you're here today. Happy to join and chat about She-Hulk and your experience with Twice. Twice. And also, your intros are always fun. It's always a great intro when the married couple is bickering.
Yeah, it's a cliche for a reason."
I guess so.
But yes, thank you so much. You're going to have to talk more about your your Twice experience.
Yeah.
So also Wendy's going to be going to go see Stray Kids.
Oh, I can't wait. Where's my lightstick?
Because Wendy is super excited about that.
So with Twice, it kind of happened last minute. You guys remember Warren from Cosmic Wonder? He was on the show I think, he came on Saturday, I think. It's just this past Saturday, right? No. The Saturday before. And so he texted me. He's like, "Hey, you want to go to Twice? I have another ticket." I'm like, hold on. Let me think about this. Okay. So we went. He had amazing floor seats. Twice is his ultimate favorite group. I like Twice. I didn't really consider myself a Once, which is their fandom name, because I don't really own their album. For myself, not to anybody else. My own rules for me. I don't really consider myself a fan of, deserving the name of that fandom. For example, a Stay for Stray Kids or Blinks for Blackpink, unless I have a lot of their merch or albums at least. And I don't own a single Twice item at all until now. I bought a t-shirt that I was going to wear today and I forgot. I own a lot of Blackpink stuff and I own a lot of Stray Kids. I actually have more Stray Kids album than I do Blackpink, because all Blackpink's put out are mini albums and I don't want to spend the money on the mini albums because it's 4 songs. But when they came out with the album, I bought it. So I do consider myself a Blink. I tried very, very hard to get Blink tickets or Blackpink tickets. It was impossible. But Twice, I do listen to their music. I know a lot of their songs, not all of them. So there are some songs at the concert I was like, I don't know this one. But I'm jamming. They are so good live. The energy and the stamina these members have is incredible. It's a 3-hour show, and it's just them.
Really? So they don't have an opening? They didn't have an opening band?
Just them.
Wow.
Their backup dancer seriously came out 4 times. And they danced maybe 30 seconds, and then they go back in. It's all Twice.
Oh.
And they sing live. Mics were on because we could hear them. They're fantastic. So I was like, okay, consider me a Once. I am into it. And all the members recently just got their individual Instagram accounts, which I think is pretty cool. So that was a really fun time. And then I can't wait to go to Stray Kids. I'm going again with Warren. He's my K-pop bestie, as we call each other. Because it's funny, the 3 of us met at Eternals. So it was Greg and John from the Rejects was like, "Oh, you gotta meet Warren." I was like, "Okay, cool, hi." And Tessa too, from Mama's Geeky. So we met Warren, and very little words were exchanged because there were so many people afterwards buzzing about the movie and talking about our thoughts. And then we needed to get home to Navi, so we came home, and then we saw him again at
just recently at the
Doctor
Strange. That's what it was.
Yes, but prior to that. Me, him, and my friend Laura, who also, she is a BTS stan. She is ultimate army. And she texted me, she's like, "Hey, Warren wants to go to Stray Kids." And I was like, all right. let's do it. And it was going to be the three of us. But it was so, you guys know the struggle. I cried over this. It was hard to get these tickets. It was really hard to get Stray Kids tickets. So Laura helped, Dustin helped. I tried, like none of us, we came up empty-handed, and then they were announcing a second date, and I was like, I'm grabbing these tickets, I don't care. So Laura had already secured a ticket because a friend bought one for her. So I was like, let me just, to save money, let's just grab 2 seats. So we're going in June. I'm super, super excited. So that's kind of how that trajectory of friendship went. Like, we really connected through, even though we're both content creators and we, generally like the same thing in superhero movies and comic books and things like that. Like, it was actually like the K-pop. That's why like the group chat started in the first place. So it's really interesting how that happened.
And it was really cool when we had Warren on the show. I mean,
yeah, he's a cool dude.
He's a really cool guy, really easy to talk to, and really fun to just hang out with. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait to be able to do more stuff with him and to just be able to hang out more.
When he's in LA more, maybe we can, before Stray Kids, like the 3 of us can go out to do like lunch or something like that. Because I would like the 3 of us to actually sit down like without cameras and just like chit chat about whatever. So that's kind of the story there, and that was the experience with Twice. Thank you so much to Anthony. And then before we dive into the topics today, there was also another
one more super chat.
But there's also Geeky Saito Tendencies was asking, how's Navi doing?
Navi is actually doing really well. Fortunately, unfortunately, it's been a little bit more than a week, so Navi is starting to get a little antsy. She's starting to be like, I want to move, I want to run around, I want to be more active. And we're like, no, relax. So she is starting to feel normal. She's starting to feel like she wants to get up and jump and spin, and we're trying to stop her. So right now we're in the struggle of keeping her energy, her excitement of being able to move around again.
Yeah.
But also try to make it so she can move around a little bit more. So we're trying to slowly take her on longer increments of walks. We're not carrying her as much, just down the stairs, and then be like, okay, go.
Queen Navi, as we like to call her, because she sits on her royal bed, and we carry her because she's not allowed to go down the stairs. And it's kind of sad too, because there's some dogs on the same street, neighbors' dogs, that she are really good friends with, and she sees them from afar, and she just wants to get up and say hi. But the vets say to kind of keep all sort of interactions, really minimal. And I don't want her stitches. She's got 3 stitches in spots that when the dogs, when they move, those areas tends to be super active, and it tears a little bit at so that we really want the stitches to keep in place. They come out next Wednesday, so yeah, she just gotta not scratch at them. So I put socks on her when she's in the house. She takes them off, but
we try.
What's another thing? She's done with all of her medication. She did have a small, I don't know if we told you guys, she had a small, remember we found 4 growths on her? There was a tiny one by the tail. We told our vet about this, and he kind of examined it, and he said, I don't know if I want to operate because of the area. It was literally like, if this is the tail, it was right here.
Yep, right next.
And he was a little, and it was so small, and it's very soft, and he was kind of worried about it. He's like, I don't know if I want to operate on it. I'm like, you call the shots. And it actually, sorry for TMI, it actually ruptured.
Yeah.
We weren't there when it happened.
And the doctor was like, it's okay.
It's not leaking anything at all. She doesn't seem to be in pain. It looks like if you don't get a bad like mosquito bite and it's really itchy, you scratch at it and it kind of like you break the skin a little bit. It kind of looks like that. So he said put some Neosporin on it. She's not in pain. She's gonna be fine. So I'm like, all right. So that is some Navi update for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then as we get to Theodore Harris's super chat,
thank you so much.
Theodore writes, when Jack and Stan made X-Men, the hatred for mutants from the other people was a hatred of them just being different. Hatred for mutant was a metaphor for racial, gender, ethnic biases, and etc.
Yes.
I always thought that out of, like, when I remember because my first entry into X-Men wasn't the comic books, it was actually the show.
Yo, yeah.
That one, which I had as my ringtone for the longest time because I thought it was such a jam. But I noticed, I was like, how diverse each characters were.
Yeah.
And not just like in their costume, like Wolverine and the bright green, and just I was looking at what their appearances, and I'm like, man, I'm really
and their
liking
ethnicities, and they had just a wide range of all of that, and I loved the metaphor that they did use that for the racism and hatred that we see in today's society. And that is very much what they can be.
Yeah.
Is just is having that hatred for mutants just because they are different.
Yeah.
Because that is a huge driving force behind a lot of the stories. I mean, the whole point behind the Sentinels is that they go around scanning people's DNA, and if they find the X gene, they just kill them on the spot.
Which is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't really, as a person born with that, like, you don't really get a choice.
Yeah.
You know, so you're being punished for something you couldn't help with. So I think Theodore brings up a really good point, and that's why I'm very excited for us to finally have, hopefully, a very good X-Men franchise that can just continue to be consistent and move forward, because now it's planned out. I assume that Kevin Feige was dreaming of the day that that Disney, Marvel, whatever was going to be, you know, he was able to produce all the movies together and brainstorm with his team of people and plan it out, because like we talked about this on the show today, not today, but a while ago, and I don't want to keep seeing them reboot. I just want to get the X-Men introduced to the team, and let's grow with them.
Yeah,
like how long we have with Tony Stark. I want that.
Yeah I mean, so yeah, I'm just excited for it to happen. And I'm sure when it does happen, it's going to be well planned out. It's going to be well thought out. It's going to be well executed. Or at least executed. It's going to be at least good.
Yes.
Because I can't see them being like, it's just the X-Men. Just throw them in there.
Yeah, too important.
And yeah, I don't think they're going to do that.
Going into the chat, Deputy 1024 says, "I think I've heard of this, Warren." Hello, Deputy. Welcome back. I know you were here when Warren came over on the channel to do our show. Good to see you here. Thanks for the support. Blade says, "Wendy seems super hyped when she scored tickets for." I was.
You have I should have filmed it. I should have had like my phone ready, and like when I was trying to be on Ticketmaster, have my phone recording her reaction to when she finally got it. It was very cute. It was a very cute reaction.
I don't think there were tears, but it was close. It was real close. It was real close. Blade also asks, "Would you consider yourself a BTS army?" Yes, I would. I'm gonna get their album, The Proof, that's coming out. For their comeback. I'm getting it. That's the one that I am gonna buy. Gal says, "I love Blackpink. La Lisa."
La Lisa.
La Lisa, love me. La Lisa, love me. All right. And Anthony asks, Dustin, who is your go-to artist? Curious about your type of the type of music you're into.
So that's always a weird question for me, because honestly, I'm into the kind of music that is around me at the time. I'm not very picky when it comes to music, and I've never really been into music. I've never really had much musical talent or musical capabilities. Yeah. I can dance. I actually did like
swing dancing.
When I did a lot of swing dancing, I did a lot of ballroom dancing. I did a lot of jazz. When I was involved in musical theater, I listened to a lot of musical theater. When I was doing swing dancing, I listened to a lot of swing music. Like I used to listen to Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, and
are they still together? They didn't break up, right?
I don't know.
They're just
actually
not doing music right now.
I mean, they might be. They still might be going out and doing concerts. When with Wendy, I listen to a lot of K-pop. I actually, when I want music on in the background, I'll ask Alexa to turn on Psy, and I'll start playing I
like that I like that, baby.
And so it's whatever. I mean, I really like listening to Stray Kids. I like listening to K-pop. And before that, I was listening to something else. So I never really had like a band that I was like a super fan of, and I always watched and always listened to them and followed their entire career. I'm very easygoing with music. If I like it, I'll listen to it. Yeah,
Dustin's very experimental with his music. He kind of likes an array of things. Like, you know, we'll have, obviously I'm in this era where I'm like all about K-pop, but a while ago, like years ago, we were into the whole Broadway. We've always been into Broadway. We both come from musical theater. So we would jam out to, you know, big Broadway numbers and belt in the car. And
we used to have a Disney what is it called,
sing along
album that we would always listen to when we're like cleaning the house.
I don't know where that went, but it's okay because everything's digital nowadays, so it's pretty easy to so that's kind of Dustin's style of music. But I would say mostly I think you were really into the swing, like Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. Yeah.
For a really long time that was what I really listened to, a lot of big band.
Yes. All right, you guys. Oh, thank you so much to Jeffrey Miller for pointing this out. 70 of you watching and only 36 likes. Go ahead and please like the video. Thumbs up. It costs you nothing. It helps us get a little bit of, more visibility.
More love from YouTube.
Yes, a little bit more love from YouTube. And thank you to Diganta Ghosh. I hope I'm saying your name. Sorry, there was a car that went by that sounded weird.
No, that's the dump truck.
It's the trash can.
Trash can.
Thank you so much for your donation, your super chat. Thank you so much for you guys' support. We love you guys.
Anthony Solis. That's cool, Dustin. Thanks for replying to my text. I picture you as an 80s rock kind of guy, but never boxed in. But never boxed in.
Yeah, you're not really a boxed in type of music.
I like what I like. Yeah. Whatever I listen to, I'm like, hey, I like that. What is it?
Yeah. All right, and with half an hour left of the show, I guess we should get into the topics.
Our first topic of the day.
So quick PSA for everybody who is into like Taco Bell and things like that. Guys, the Mexican pizza, it's coming back.
Coming back tomorrow.
Comes back tomorrow. I was thinking, I heard that it came out early, so that we were gonna try to get it and eat it on the show. But I checked in with our local Taco Bell to see if it was on their like online order, and it's not. I'm sure they have the ingredient. If they wanted to make one, we could get one made.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to drive all the way to a Taco Bell in case we couldn't get one, so we didn't get one. But how many of you guys are excited for the Mexican pizza to come back? We wanted to put this on here because you guys know about like Movie Couple Eats. We love trying different foods. I have a terrible, terrible addiction to just bad junk food. French fries, fried stuff.
Junk food!
I blame my mom. She was very strict with me when I was little about not having any type of junk food ever. And if it was approved, it was like a special treat. So I think in my adult life, when I was able to, with my own money, make my own decision without judgment from her because she's not watching me eat it, I'm kind of like, I'm going to rebel. I'm going to take all the junk food.
And now that I'm a full-grown adult, I can do whatever I want.
Ice cream for dinner, I don't care.
But yeah, honestly, this is where I think I might have had the Mexican taco, like...
Pizza.
Mexican taco.
It's kind of like an oxymoron.
A little bit. But the Mexican pizza, like, once... Because there was other food that I always loved getting at Taco Bell. Mm-hmm. But now that they're making, it's a big deal. It's everyone's like, bring it back, bring it back. It's 200,000 of us signed a petition to bring back the Mexican pizza. I'm like, I've got to try this.
Yeah.
Wendy said she used to get it all the time.
I got it all the time.
In Florida. But I have to admit, it wasn't really on my radar. Because, at Taco Bell, they have a huge menu.
Yeah.
So now I'm kind of like, we must try this Mexican taco.
If you've never had it, then Mexican
pizza. I don't want to say, it seems so... I'm a dork. My apologies. But yes, I'm going to try this pizza from Mexico.
Let us know in the chat if this is part of why we do things live. Sometimes you can catch these.
We will now get a shirt that says Dustin's Mexican Taco.
No, that sounds weird.
Yeah, you're right. Now that you mention
I don't like
no,
that.
We're not going to do that.
That's not one of our shirt designs. No. What was I going to say? Yeah, let us know.
There's no hope for me.
Let us know if you're excited for the Mexican pizza. I'm going to try to get one tomorrow. I'm pretty sure the drive-thru is going to be insane. And also the Taco Bell that we have don't always give the right order. Like, we always have to check. And without fail, we always... Like, they give us the completely wrong order, or we're missing half the food. So it's been real interesting going there. But yeah, let us know. Sorry, I'm trying to open our Discord to make sure that there's something that Debbie sent through.
Some information about She-Hulk.
Which we will get to when we talk about She-Hulk, which is later on the show. But yeah, I'm excited for Mexican pizza tomorrow.
Let's try this.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
We are doing it. Oh, what? MK Somber says, Flaming Hot Mountain Dew is back too. What?
The spicy Mountain Dew?
Hold on. This requires a Google. Flaming Hot.
Well,
Mountain Dew. I mean, I love Cheetos. Oh, it's orange.
No, that's red. That's bright
Spicy
red.
Spicy meets sweet. Dew flavor with bursts of heat and lime flavoring.
So if you guys have tried the Flaming Hot Mountain Dew and you like it, give me a thumbs up. I want to see how many people actually got this and liked it. I mean, you know what? Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should try, we'll get a Mexican pizza with a Flaming Hot Mountain Dew.
I don't know if it's going to be available at Taco Bell. I think you just get it. If we can probably go to the gas station.
We can, swing by like a 7-Eleven or something.
Or like a Circle K or something like that.
So, but maybe we'll try that out. Maybe we'll make a little bit of a, what is that called? A Instagram video. We'll post it either on your Instagram or the Movie Couple. Or both.
Or both.
So we'll try that out. Always interested in finding new ways to wreck my stomach.
John Elite says, I'm sorry, what? Starju says, I've never tried it. And then MK dropping another gem in the chat. Also, Pepsi infused pepperoni pizza.
Ugh. What?
What is that?
What?
Soda tasting Coca-Cola, not Coca-Cola, but cola tasting?
Pizza flavored Pepsi?
Wait, no, hold on.
I thought it was...
Pepsi. Pepsi infused pepperoni pizza. So it's a pepperoni pizza that's been infused with Pepsi. So it's slightly sugary and sweet, or
I think it's the other way around. I think it's a Pepsi
this also requires
is pizza flavored. The
Google.
Pepperoni pizza flavored. That is okay. That's just interesting. Oh no, here it is. It is here it says
in Detroit. Soda-infused pepperoni. The beverage company announced on Tuesday that it has partnered with Culinary Institute of America Consulting to reimagine the iconic pizza topping and create the world's first Pepsi-roni pizza. Quote, we have always known that pizza tastes better with Pepsi. So we're thrilled to take this pairing to the next level with our hashtag Better with Pepsi campaign, says Todd Kaplan, Chief Marketing Officer, Pepsi.
Interesting. Blade GTR just has the barf emoji all over.
I don't know. The concept is quite simple, says the article. Pepperoni brings a smoky spiciness, and Pepsi adds a citrusy sweetness.
I mean, was it barbecue sauce has brown sugar in it? So I guess it's kind of adding that super sweetness to it. But I guess we'll have to find out.
I don't know.
Hi, Nabby Bear.
Oh, man. All right.
But anyways, we are getting off track.
I'm sorry.
Next topic.
We're moving on from the Mexican pizza, and we're moving forward with the what is coming up next from Pixar. So let me go ahead and bring this gorgeous little image up. I didn't put it in here. I didn't put it in here. Never mind. Don't worry about it. But we are going to talk about it. So Pixar has unveiled the concept art for their next feature film that will debut next summer, June of 2023, and it's called Elemental. And I love the concept of it. So it is by Peter Song. Hopefully I'm saying it Song. Hopefully I'm saying the last name right. Who did The Good Dinosaur, Partly Cloudy shorts. And this is basically follows, two elementals, Wade, water elemental, and Ember, the fire elemental, which I feel like Wade is very much a Dustin, because he's kind of, easygoing like water, and then here's me, angry and mad at everything, and 0 to 100 all day, every day, Ember. So I think these are going to be our spirit animals. Mm-hmm.
And it really does seem like, from what it describes in the little synopsis, is the fact that it's an entire city of elementals: earth, fire, wind, and water. So it's kind of like
earth, fire, land, and air.
Earth, fire, land, and air? Oh, so it's not Earth. Okay, so land. Earth, fire, land, and
Earth.
air. So I was really thinking, yeah, what if all of the elementals of Avatar The Last Airbender took over? But and it seems like a really fun, it really does kind of give me, what is it called? Inside Out vibes,
Yes.
which was an amazing movie. It just really does also hit because Wendy is very, very spicy kind of personality, and I'm very go with the flow, so I thought it was really cute. And I'm just like, I'm very curious. I want to see more about this movie.
Yeah, a couple of you guys are saying it feels a little bit like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Airbender. Sorry, guys.
The anime or the blue people?
Gal Warshate says, yeah, Avatar: The Last sounds a little bit like it, but we'll see how they go because it's definitely more modern, and these are actually elements, not benders. But it's sometimes it is hard to look at elements and not immediately think back to Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah. So Wade is actually it's a
walking Sokka.
Well, no, but he's a drop of water that's walking around, and Ember is actually a flame.
Yes.
Which is kind of curious on, if they are going to have kind of a romantic thing. How is that happening? Anytime that they try to kiss, it's going there's actually going to be steam.
Yeah. And this movie is also, I just want to read you guys this part from the article. The movie was inspired by Song's childhood in New York. Quote, "My parents immigrated from Korea in the early 1970s and built a bustling grocery store in the Bronx. We were amongst many families who ventured to a new land with hopes and dreams." American dream. Mm-hmm. All of us mixing into one big salad bowl of cultures, languages, and beautiful little neighborhoods. And that's what led me to Elemental. And then the story, obviously based on the classic elements. Some elements don't mix with each other. Some they mix with each other, and some don't. And what if these elements were alive?
And you know what? I'm wondering if the story is that there are different places on whatever planet you want to call us on this Earth, to where mainly land elementals are over here, fire elementals are over here, water and air, and then there are like cities to where you do get more of a mixing. So you do have kind of like that American dream kind of a place in the movie. Yeah. And it's more of, hey, this is the first time when all of these different elementals have kind of come together.
Yes.
So there's still going to be that, there's a lot of modern day stories that you can tell with this. And I think there's going to be a really good parallels between the two.
Absolutely.
So I'm really excited to see how this story pans out.
Yeah, and you guys know we're big Pixar fans, so already looking forward to the film. Mm-hmm. Okay, moving on to our next... Oh, I don't think I loaded this stuff in there either, even though I grabbed... Hold on, let me see if I can do it real quick.
It was kind of weird, yeah, because you loaded up a lot of these pictures, and I have to admit, I was bummed that when we were just about ready to go live... And you're like, no, where'd they all go?
Yeah, they all went away for some odd reason. So,
because the next topic that we have is actually Vanity Fair. June issue has Star Wars on the cover. And this cover just made me so excited for everything that is coming for Star Wars. They had Ahsoka, they have Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and who was the fourth one?
Mando?
No, Mando was...
Ahsoka.
There's Ahsoka, Mando...
Andor.
Yeah, there it is. And so it just got me excited because it looks so cool. And then also in the article, they show different pictures that they had for Obi-Wan, for Ahsoka, and all of these awesome shows just got a new... They're coming. So I cannot wait. Of course, seeing Pedro Pascal without the helmet on, but in the full Mando outfit is a little weird, I have to admit.
Because I don't know where any of these pictures went. I'm sorry, guys.
Loved also the way that they were shot, the colors that were used. Can you bring how? And they also did the shoot in the void, right? Not
the
volume. Me and words today. My apologies.
Yeah, I think aside from the ones that we saw on the cover and with everybody in their respective costumes, the one that I really liked, and I wish I could bring it up. You know what? I'm gonna try to see if I can.
To share the screen.
Try to save it again. Hold on a second. Let me just. find it. And
and we have a super chat.
Okay, hang
from
tight.
Theodore. Oh, thank you.
Hang tight. Let me. What did I just do with the thingy? All right, I just want to bring up this because there was a caption on Instagram about this specific photo. Why don't you talk to... I can't multitask. Why don't you talk to them while I'm trying to do this?
Okay. Oh, so the picture that you're trying to bring up?
Yes.
Actually, I did not see this picture until you just recently brought it up.
Okay,
so
well,
I'm
what are your thoughts on it?
So I'm getting a little giddy about it. So it's actually a picture of Hayden Christensen with a black rehearsal cape on, doing some lightsaber fighting. Mm-hmm. And it looks like that might be the choreographer.
Yeah, I don't think that's
who
Ewan.
it is. It doesn't look like Ewan. But the fact that we see Hayden Christensen in a Darth Vader-like robe doing some lightsaber training shows that we're going to probably see some lightsaber action in Obi-Wan with Darth Vader, which makes me super excited. I want to see more of this. I want to see... I don't know. Actually, here's the thing. Do you want to actually see it in a trailer? Or do you want to see it, be surprised with it on the day? To have it up on the screen and you're getting to see the whole thing and not even know that it's when it's coming or when it's going to be put in there.
So there is the photo. We see, obviously, Hayden doing a rehearsal for this. And I can't remember the exact quote of the caption, so I'm going to paraphrase here. But essentially, Ewan McGregor and him were kind of running through rehearsals, and Ewan didn't really, ask for any sort of, costume pieces. But Hayden did ask for a cloak, which makes sense because it's important to rehearse what he's going to do with a lightsaber with a cape on. Because when you're fighting in your normal workout clothes, activewear type situation, you're moving fine, you're moving great. But the second you put the cape on, it adds a little bit of a different weight, and your weapon could get caught up in it. So that is something to definitely, look for. And... So I love that Hayden was like, "Hen, could I get a cloak or a cape?" They didn't have any other capes or cloaks available. So the cloak they actually gave him is the black cloak that Luke Skywalker wears. Is that not like...
Oh my gosh, it's so cool!
Come on!
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
So, and yet, but this is also very important, like what Wendy said. When you are rehearsing a sword fight or lightsaber fight, and your character wears a cloak, you want to be rehearsing with that cloak on because it will change so many of your moves. Because as a Jedi, you want to do flips and twirls with your lightsaber. If you have a cloak, I've learned this the hard way because I did some Darth Vader lightsaber fights. Once you have that cloak on, that can't be as close to the body. You have to make sure that arm is a little bit further out. Your moves are a little bit more in front of you. And you have to have such a spatial awareness. So having that cloak on makes a lot of sense. But just the fact that it's the Luke Skywalker cloak.
His son's cloak.
Is awesome.
Sorry for spoilers if you didn't know at this point that Luke's father is Vader. Sorry.
I'm sorry. If you don't know that by now, even people who have not watched Star Wars
it's very
knows
cute.
that spoiler.
And hey, real quick, since we're talking about Star Wars, and before I forget, it just popped in my head because I think RMD Collective wrote earlier, for Star Wars Celebration, are we still doing a meetup? Yes, we are doing a meetup. Ideally, I like to have John Roca, the Outlaw, late to the party, ourselves, and Warren Thompson from Cosmic Wonder to do one meetup. I just got to make sure everybody's schedule can work out, and I'm just kind of waiting for everybody to see how that goes before we solidify and firm up the time. I know the date is going to be the Thursday because it's going to be the least busy day for everybody, and the lightest day I think for everybody, just to do it an hour or so. We're trying to decide if we wanted to do it at Downtown Disney, and this was suggested by a couple of other people that we're kind of talking to, because Downtown Disney would be great, but you have to leave the convention center to walk there, and what if all the content creators we're trying to include in this is doing something, and it may be easier for them to just kind of go outside of the convention center. I don't think you need a pass to be. So we're going to figure it out. And so just keep an eye on our social medias. And we will probably announce it there.
Yeah, well, more details yet to come.
So, but I really would like this to happen. Worst case scenario, we do go to Downtown Disney so we can be more inclusive and open. All right, couple of super chats. Oh my gosh, so many, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for another one. Thank you so much to... Oh, I was just going to... Why don't we go start from the top?
Okay. Theodore Harris with a super chat. Quote, the question is not a quote. Did you guys see the new photo from Thor Love and Thunder? Photo of Valkyrie, Mighty Thor Jane, and Bast. I see, I told you. This one picture connects Moon Knight, Thor 4, and Black Panther 2, and possibly Eternals together. We saw it. I pulled the photo, and it disappeared, and I don't know what happened. But yes, there is the gorgeous... You know what? I think y'all put it in Discord. So let me... see if I can pull it, because it's such a pretty photo to begin with.
I have to admit, the photos that we've gotten from Thor Love and Thunder so far have been really cool. The stills, when you get to see really good details on Jane's the Mighty Thor costume, it looks amazing. I love the detail on it. I love the color design on it. I love just the way it looks. And of course, Valkyrie in this new picture too, just looks badass.
Okay, I'm gonna try to put it in.
So, honestly, the more and more we see from this, the more and more I get excited, the more and more I'm just like, I cannot wait for Thor Love and Thunder. But so far it's great because we haven't gotten anything that seems spoiler-ish. Knowing that Jane Foster's in there as the Mighty Thor, the fact that we have Valkyrie, many different costumes for Thor. And it looks like maybe Guardians of the Galaxy are only going to be there for a little bit of the movie. I don't think they're going to be there for the entire thing. I think halfway through they go off on their own adventure. Yeah,
it's unclear how much are going to be in the movie. What we do know is that they're definitely in the movie. So I finally pulled up the picture. We got I can't not look at Natalie Portman's arms.
I know.
It's very hard to not look at them. It looks freaking awesome. Like, she's so fit. And she's a small stature. Lady, so like I think any sort of like muscle gain on her, it's gonna always look massive. But I'm loving her costume. They look very intense and focused on who knows what they're talking about. And then we see in the lower right corner of the photo, I feel like a lot of people are saying this as well. Some of you guys are in the chat. Potentially that would be Bast. So I don't know if that was confirmed or not through other articles or outlets. If so, please let us know. But yeah, so that's very exciting. I love the sneak peek. I know the movie comes out June. No. Why can't I remember?
No.
November.
Thor comes out in July.
Oh, none of the dates. I just threw months out. One of them was gonna stick, but it actually didn't. That's really funny. So yeah, I'm glad I was able to finally find the photo and put it up. I'm sorry that happened. Okay, and let's see. Should we move on to the next move on to the next super chat.
Super chat.
This one is from Detroit's very own Brian with $19.99. Thank you so much for the super chat to support the channel. Oh my gosh, and another one from Detroit's very own.
Thank you so much.
Brian, thank you so much. Brian says, what big announcements are you expecting from Star Wars Celebration? Love your channel.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's actually a really good question because we've already got the Obi-Wan trailer. We got that on...
Warren's here.
Warren! How's it going, man?
Wait, I gotta get the... I'm ready. That's a thing from the Twice concert.
So for Star Wars Celebration, I think we're probably going to get more about Ahsoka. I'm trying to think of what comes next after Obi-Wan Kenobi for Star Wars. Maybe we'll get some more information about the next saga of Star Wars movies, because remember they were planning to do Star Wars movie spin-off, Star Wars movie spin-off, Star Wars movie spin-off, and they were just going to continue this forever, and kind of hit a bump. kind of hit a speed bump after Solo and then after Rise of Skywalker. And it seems like they're regrouping. I'm really curious to see what the plan is. I know they're going to do a little bit of the High Republic, but also maybe they'll give us some more information about the timeline for the next big group of Star Wars movies.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're going to get a ton of trailers for this celebration, which makes me nervous about being there because I can edit on site. I can edit anywhere. It's not the editing isn't the problem. It's the uploading that's the problem. So I'm getting a little nervous about getting our reactions out. Dustin does have work on some of the days, so even if he wasn't going, he can't just edit. So I am.
And what I might do
worried
on days that I'm not able to go down with you, I'll come home, and if there's any big trailers or big news, I'll see if I can put do something some kind of quick edit. And maybe
film yourself.
Yeah, and see if I can put them up on our channel.
Yeah, because this is what happens when you go to a convention, because you want to be there for breaking news and things like that. But at the same time, the Wi-Fi there is poo-poo.
Yeah.
I remember trying to upload a 15-minute video at D23, and it took me 2 hours. I took a nap. I finished editing, and I took a nap. So,
and then you woke up and it still wasn't uploaded.
No, it really wasn't. It wasn't. God. So pray for me and every other content creator who's going. I think worst case scenario is I watch it without the picture-in-picture. But I don't know.
We'll find out what we can do.
I've been going through different solutions of how I can do this in my head, and I literally don't have one. So I don't know. Well, we will figure it out. Okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys!
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much, Navi. You're hired. You're rehired.
We can actually now pay your wages.
Did we miss another super chat or?
So no, the last one.
Oh wait, okay. What? Oh, sorry. Yes. Aside from the trailers that we're gonna see, that those are some of the obviously very exciting things.
Maybe an Ahsoka trailer.
We're definitely getting an Ahsoka. Well, they just started production.
Oh, good point.
So I don't know.
Teaser trailer.
But I think they're gonna be able to put together something. I am very much looking forward to. There's a panel that's called Mando Plus, and it's a conversation with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Ooh. Very much looking forward to that because it's Mando.
Yeah.
We love Mando, and to hear those two talk, those two are kind of spearheading Star Wars as far as TV shows go right now. I know the movies, it's kind of different. I would love to see them get to maybe spearhead the movies as well, because I really like the direction that they're going with, kind of fleshing out certain characters and their storylines and introducing new storylines or extending the storylines we know from Clone Wars and Rebels. I would like to just see them talk about this. So yeah.
It's also fun just to hear them talk because they're such huge Star Wars nerds to where they will talk about things to where even some of the most avid Star Wars fans are going, oh my gosh, these guys are so sweaty. Extremely. To where they when they talk about, because since Dave Filoni worked so closely with George Lucas for so long on Clone Wars, he has all of this creator insight from the master himself, from the man who created this entire universe, and all of this insight and all of these little tidbits and all of these little kind of oh, I did not know that was the thought process behind the backstory of this one individual character. But of course, George Lucas knows all that because he's the one who created it.
He created a lot of
to have that knowledge is just amazing and just so cool.
Other announcements that I am hoping to get. Well, I am curious to see if they're going to give us any updates on the Patty Jenkins movie. Rogue Squadron. Yeah, I'm curious about that. And there's also this piece of news that we're going to dive into, but it's about Jon Watts directing a Star Wars series. So maybe there's going to be some announcements. From what I've heard, this is going to be our first Star Wars celebration. We've never gone before, but from what we've been hearing from everybody is almost a love letter to the fans as well, because you're celebrating Star Wars and why we love this fandom and its characters and its stories. And I think because it's, Star Wars / Disney, like, they're gonna put on a real good show.
Oh yeah,
real good show. If D23 showed me anything at all,
and it's also kind of a we're back kind of a
in
moment.
Person again.
Back in person, back in the cons.
Yes.
Back with, so we need to make this a big announcement. We need to make these big, we're going to go big this time.
Yeah, like surprise guests, I'm sure. Remember when, I think it was it a Star Wars celebration or something else, where they surprised the cast of Clone Wars, the voice cast of Clone Wars, and told them that they were going to be a season 7. And I watched all of their reactions, and it was just so genuine.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I secretly would love to see a little bit more of that. I don't know where they could go, because it's almost caught up to the, well, not almost.
Well, and that's, I think,
where Ahsoka is for Order 66.
I think because technically, season 7 of the Clone Wars ended with the end of the Clone Wars. I think that's a great way to kind of end it. The Clone Wars are now over. It is now the start of the Empire. So there is there's really no more to tell.
Yes.
Unless you wanted to start to tell more individual stories within the Clone Wars timeline.
Yes.
However, I think it's complete. Now we can move on to different time eras that we haven't gotten to spend that much time in.
Yes, absolutely. And the next super chat is from Zork the Dark One, who
Hey,
says,
Zorg!
"Hi, Wendy and Duskblade."
Duskblade.
Oh.
Ooh, I like that name.
Oh, that's like your Jedi name.
Jedi Master Duskblade.
Yeah. Okay. How are you guys? How are we? We're doing good. We're running very behind on the show. We haven't even gotten to She-Hulk, and that's the main topic for today. So we're gonna definitely get into it. But we're glad you're here. Thank you so much for your super chat. Let's see.
Moving on down to some of the...
It jumped.
It always... Yeah, definitely. Hopefully we'll be also getting, for Star Wars Celebration, we'll be getting some news about Andor.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure they're going to lay out maybe a whole new slate, too.
Mm-hmm.
Say, hey, these are also our plans for the next phase of Star Wars Disney Plus shows.
Yes.
This is the slate. We're going to get kind of like the big Hall H announcements
Yeah.
of... Hey, with all of these new things that you guys love, here's the next things you're going to love.
Yeah, because the last they announced was all these shows. Ahsoka, which has started production.
And they did those so long ago. That was back in 2019 that we got that slate.
Probably actual teasers, maybe. I don't know. For Endor, for Acolyte. Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm very curious about. And hopefully a nice teaser for Mando. Season 3.
And Confused Taco.
Oh, great point.
When is Taika's project supposed to release?
We don't know.
So we don't know about that. Maybe we'll get more information about Taika's project. Maybe we'll get... I'm hoping what we're going to get is just more information on more shows.
There's so much love in the chat for Cosmic Wonder. I love it.
Well, he is a pretty cool guy. We love you, Warren. And I'm so glad that you're here to join us, too.
Yeah. MK has a little bit more info about the Taika project that Confused Taco was asking about. So the Vanity Fair article mentioned that Rogue One is Rogue Squadron is a ways off. Taika's Star Wars film would most likely be the next theatrical release, and then Rian Johnson's trilogy is on the back burner. So that's what was said in the article. This one is... Next super chat is from Adam from Fan Pops. Woo!
Thank you so much, Adam.
Hello! Says, one of two. Hey guys, with everything coming in June, Obi-Wan, Stranger Things, The Boys, Miss Marvel, oh my gosh, Umbrella Academy, are you guys planning to cover it all in reactions? So, the plan is, Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel are definite yes. We will always do reactions to Disney Plus shows because we love them.
Then probably the next...
Stranger Things would be the next one.
So in order of priority, I would definitely say Obi-Wan, Miss Marvel...
Because they're at the same time.
Stranger Things...
So The Boys...
We're not caught up on
We're not caught up on The Boys. And I think the best way to do it is to do a watch-along on Twitch and then just upload the VOD to our Patreon. I honestly think that may be the best way to go because it's very little work on our end, so we can focus. That's a lot of editing, but we still will get to cover it. So we've been thinking about it. We just haven't put it into action, because there's also a lot of stuff going on. I accepted a short-term freelance contract job that is happening from, like, I literally signed on yesterday, and it doesn't end until next week, so I'm putting a lot of my focus towards that, and, you know, trying to still do the movie couple thing, so things will come, and we would obviously always appreciate guys being so understanding and patient when it comes to us, because I usually overload myself and then I burn out very quickly. And then from Adam as well, 2 of
Part
2.
2. Thank you again
Adam,
so
thank
much.
you so much. Writes, my wife and I have a small reaction channel and are trying to figure out how to juggle all the new content and do editing at the same time. We would love to hear how you guys plan to juggle it all. LOL. Well, there is 2 of you, so the good thing is that you could hopefully divide and conquer. I think it's really important to not just learn how to be in front of the camera, but how to also set up the things. Like Dustin a lot of times will set up our little, you know, shooting, very basic.
Yeah, set up the studio in a sense.
Yeah.
And that's a lot what I do. Is I know a lot of setting up. I know a lot of structure. I know, like, how to do that. Wendy's a lot more better on the software. I do need to sit down and just, because there's just going to be so much.
You're gonna have to do the Star Wars stuff. I can't do it on site.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna. I mean, I can, but it'll take up a lot of time. Time that I could be spending on the floor covering other things.
Yeah, but if you have if both of you can learn how to editing is the most time-consuming part and the most frustrating part, and the part that will make people go, I want to be a reactor. They will film it, they'll get everything all set up, they'll put it into their computer, and then be like, how the hell do I do this?
Yeah.
And get this.
You gotta figure that out.
Editing is the part that will make people go, screw this, I quit.
Yeah.
That is the part to where you'll do so much work, get everything all set up. I can do this. And that's when you hit that wall of, I can't do this.
Yeah.
So if you can break through that, if you can...
Because you can do it.
You can do it!
You can do it. You really can. Editing was... I didn't go to class for editing. It's a self-taught situation. And I always feel like if I can do it, you can do it. Because it's not like I'm super, like, an expert on editing or anything like that. There's tons of YouTube videos out there if you want to use... What's that thing that people like to use?
I'm trying to learn how to use the thing...
No. Like the thing that teaches people. There's, like, classes.
Oh, Skillshare.
Skillshare. Hashtag not sponsored, because we're not sponsored.
The thing is, though, with Skillshare, you do have to pay for it.
But I think it's worth it.
You can find... because it does break it down.
Yes, but you can...
You can find a ton of free tutorials of just about anything on YouTube.
Yes.
And then you get to support the creators directly for that content.
Yeah.
They made it.
Leave a comment.
You're consuming their content. They're getting the rewards from it. Well,
Absolutely.
That and YouTube.
Yes. So that I would suggest, just kind of, because there's 2 of you, learn all aspect of things. It'll be really helpful once you start splitting the workload. And the other thing is prioritize, because you're just saying, everything's coming out at once, and we kind of freak out about that. Other content creators I know are freaking out about it. We're all in a group. A lot of us, not all of us. A lot of us are in a group chat. You have to produce. You have to be planning often, and you have to stick to the plan. No one else is going to motivate you to do your YouTube channel other than yourself. Mm-hmm. So you owe it to yourself to, if you want to pursue it, I say do it. And I think that's so great that anybody have a passion to want to pursue this. Something
that I see that works for us as well is find your support system as well. If you happen to know other content creators that are about the same level as you, other friends of yours that are, hey, you know what, we're going to try and do this too. Being able to text each other, being able to motivate each other, helping, just, you can do this, go team, go, helps a lot.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Adam says here, yes, it's like the hardest part is editing. YouTube tutorials work best for us. Yeah, even same thing when I was starting out on Twitch. I didn't know how to do any of it. I actually quit like 4 different times, and I finally sat down and watched a 6-minute video. And then I realized that for tutorial content, I can only consume in small doses. Otherwise, I'm overwhelmed because it's too much information for my brain to process. Yeah. And that one video by... Who's the guy that we watch? He's Australian.
Oh, Stream Scheme.
Yes. His videos really, really helped me figure out, along with my mod, Bleeding Green, really helped me figure out Twitch. So do your research, prioritize. Don't try to do too many things at once because you will burn out. Don't worry so hard about being first. That's another advice I can give you. We're right now in this first culture. Got to be first to everything, fastest to everything, which makes sense. I understand. But for your own mental health, you don't have to be first.
Yeah.
Do get on it. Don't wait 2 months to react to Obi-Wan if you're going to do it. But also, don't kill yourself over it. So there's that. Okay. Next.
Next topic.
Okay.
See, now we still have a lot of topics that we want.
I'm sorry, guys. We're going so long today.
So we got the Mexican pizza. We got the concept art. We now have the director of Spider-Man, Jon Watts, is helmed to do a coming-of-age Star Wars series on Disney+.
Yeah.
I'm kind of liking it. You know what this sounds like?
No, what?
The one that you really wanted to see.
Lost Stars?
Lost Stars.
Shut up, I would love that.
It does. I mean, Lost Stars is very much a coming-of-age story in Star Wars. And to make that a Disney Plus series makes a lot of sense because it takes place over a huge time period. And it's this constant love relationship that they want to be together, but they're torn apart by the Empire. One's for the Empire, one's for the Rebellion. And I'm just like, this would be
it's a great book.
A really great series.
Did
and
I
they're
get
just kind of
signed?
keeping it
I don't
under.
think
I think it's up there, isn't it? Nope, it's not. Oh yeah, it's the very first one. Oh no, that's her universe. But
this is
also,
Leia.
this brings a little bit of not controversy, a little bit of conspiracy theory going on with the fact that Jon Watts just ducked out of the Fantastic Four movie, and now, less than a month later, he's announced for this coming-of-age Star Wars series on Disney Plus. Kind of like, oh really? This was just a happenstance, huh? It really does seem like it was very well thought out and planned and executed and structured. So makes you think that they already do have in mind who's going to take his place. I was leaning towards that. I was building up that to the fact that maybe
I shouldn't be drinking any more coffee. I'm so hyped up right now. I'm shaking.
But yeah, I'm hoping that this is Lost Stars is this coming of age story. It might not be. That's just my fan theory. But to see Jon Watts do a Star Wars Disney Plus series, Wendy, how excited are you for it?
I mean, I loved what he did with No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little sad to hear him exiting Fantastic Four because I was like, oh my gosh. And then thinking maybe he just need a break because doing a big franchise movie like that one, that's like a lot. But then he is jumping literally into staying within the Disney family because obviously...
But moving to Star Wars.
Yeah, moving to Star Wars. Obviously, they like working with him, and he likes working with them. He's jumping right into, doing a Disney Plus show. But he does have a bit of a break because right now everything is under wrap. They literally just announced this, so who knows how much has been written and cast and etc. But here's what we know about it. The code name is Grammar Rodeo. And it's a reference to an episode of The Simpsons in which Bart and his schoolmates steal a car and run away for a week. And that was described in the Vanity Fair article. And this is a tone of a classic Amblin coming-of-age adventure film of the 80s. So with that, I don't think it'll be Lost Stars.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that part in the article. So I'm guessing that it's,
new character, let's go.
Brand new character, brand new story. So I would love to see Lost Stars, but yeah, with the Grammar Rodeo analogy, reminder, it makes it so it thinks that that's kind of what we're going to get, is this group of young Star Wars characters that we have never heard anything about hop on a ship and go on an adventure that doesn't turn out to be as they expected.
Right. And as far as timeline for this show, it's going to take place closely after the events of Return of the Jedi, much the same way as The Mandalorian, as far as time period goes. And then for the writer will be Chris Ford, who also wrote Spider-Man Homecoming. So you know what? I'm excited for this. Feige Feige and Filoni, they know what they're doing. They know what they want. They have a clear vision, I think. So, because they're big fans of Star Wars. So I think this is very exciting news. And maybe that's why we think at Star Wars Celebration, maybe we get a tidbit more about it. Obviously, they're not going to announce anything. They're saving everything Star Wars related for Celebration specific. So maybe we get an actual title or a little bit more of the plot line.
Oh,
Just a little bit more. But we'll see. It's very early. So we will see. And with that, I think we got to touch on this a little bit. So we're gonna jump
because we still have to talk about.
And after this, then we're gonna go into She-Hulk. I'm sorry to make you guys wait. So we do want to talk about what happened at the Upfront. Kevin Feige was there, wowing advertisers with what is coming for Disney Marvel projects, and I think for using him at Hall H when he comes out, he's got like a demanding presence. He knows how to hype up the crowd.
Yep.
He's excited. You never know which hat he's gonna wear. So this happened just this past Tuesday at the Upfront presentation in New York. And let's see what he brought to the premiere. Obviously, we got the She-Hulk Attorney at Law stuff because the trailer dropped, and also revealed Loki season 2 is going to production, which we had talked about last week on the show. He brought Samuel L. Jackson on stage to tease a little secret invasion, and of course Tatiana Maslany was there to promote her show She-Hulk, and also he revealed, this was interesting, but not surprising, Loki is the most viewed Marvel Studio series on Disney Plus so far. It's funny because our numbers for all the shows, WandaVision has the most views. I would say Loki is a second.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it makes sense. I mean, you had a huge star in there with Tom Hiddleston, and also a fan favorite.
Yes.
Everybody loves Loki. Mm-hmm. He is one of the most beloved characters in the MCU, and everyone wanted to see his story. Yep. Everyone wanted to see his glorious purpose, and we got it. I'm excited to see that we're going to get a season 2. So I'm glad that he also came out and teased it a little bit more, that the entire cast of Loki is coming back for season 2.
Yep.
What else did they say about?
That was kind of it, but like with Kevin Feige and Marvel, when they do a presentation, it is presentation.
Nothing held back.
It's like another Hall H essentially. Mm-hmm. It's very exciting.
Spared no expense.
And with that, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our final topic, which is She-Hulk. Sorry, I'm just looking through the chat real quick.
Seeing if you can find any good chit-chats.
Yes. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything.
And I do want to bring up, because Debbie did give us a history of She-Hulk in our Discord. And actually, if anyone wants to join our Discord and see all of this cool stuff that Debbie dropped for She-Hulk and the history of She-Hulk, it is in the live stream discussion. Please hop on in. Wendy's putting the link up there right now. We do only have one rule, and that is be nice. That is, be respectful. We want everyone to be able to share their love and their passions without fear of being judged for like, oh, you're stupid for thinking that.
Not the case. You can't. It's just an opinion, and you can agree to disagree and just walk away from the conversation.
Yeah, and any kind of hate speech of any kind, we are probably going to bump you from the Discord.
That's a no. That's a Navi would not like that.
No.
So if you would like to join us on Discord, the link is in the chat now. And with that, we're going to go ahead and move into. Oh, the Thor picture was here. Oh no, wait, that was from earlier.
That's the one that you added.
Okay, yeah. She-Hulk. This is Tatiana Maslany. She is going to be playing our She-Hulk, aka Jennifer Walters, Attorney at Law. I love that title. I think it's very, very cute. And I think if you guys haven't watched her in Orphan Black, man, she is amazing. She plays like 8 different characters in that show. She's incredible. I would love to see her and Oscar Isaac do like an act off. Wouldn't that be cool?
Between the two, each actor having different personalities that they're constantly jumping back for.
Yeah. Her in Orphan Black is so fantastic. So the trailer, it was kind of a surprise that we got it. I literally didn't find out until I was at the Bob's Burger world premiere last night, and somebody was like, "Hey, what'd you think of the She-Hulk trailer?" I was like,
The what?
And immediately I texted Dustin, we gotta do this when I get home.
And I was like, I'll have everything all set up.
I didn't even realize. So we see her. It's not just about her transforming into She-Hulk in the trailer. It's about who she is, where she's at, how she's adapting to the changes that happened. And we also have a couple of different surprises that I love, especially this guy, the Abomination, and plus Tim Roth is back reprising the role. The last time we actually saw Abomination was in Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Him and Wong were fighting in the pit. So Wong is also confirmed to be back in this series. So we're going to maybe get some answers.
And that's actually something I'm really excited about, to find out what is going on with Wong and the Abomination, because we had this really fun fight scene in Shang-Chi. Yep. We had this, Wong was in the ending of Shang-Chi, but there was nothing addressed about that in Doctor Strange. So I was kind of like, well, wait a second. What's happening? But something that I am a little confused about is the fact that in Shang-Chi, we actually saw in the end credits scene Dr. Banner, Bruce Banner as himself with a cast on, which I assume was from the Infinity Gauntlet. So, but yet in She-Hulk, he is as Professor Banner. So are we going to get some stories about the transition of him being able to go back and forth? When he does get angry, does he stay as Professor Hulk? Does he actually turn into Hulk? Is there something that happens in the TV show of She-Hulk that he actually does go back? Or does the timeline, is the timeline a little
maybe
bit
there's
different?
we'll get some clarification on that, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
But
who knows? Maybe in Shang-Chi, the cast isn't from the Infinity Gauntlet. It's from something else.
Yeah, potentially could be something else. So we'll find out a little bit more about that. But it's going to be a lot of fun having Bruce Banner as a part of the series, to have Wong as a part of the series. I love that. And a couple of things too. You know, we always talk about how we wish there were more episodes. In this one, we get 9 episodes.
Yeah! Get more episodes. I'm always excited to see more episodes.
WandaVision was the only one that had 9, right?
Yeah.
Or did they not have 9?
No. There was another one that had
6
9.
for Loki? Or is it...
I think also What If had more
Marvel
episodes.
Studios says hi. Is this Marvel?
Hi, Marvel Studios.
Is this Marvel?
I think that might be Marvel.
We're talking about your show.
And how excited we are for She-Hulk. Because
Yes.
one thing that I'm also really excited about it for is the fact that She-Hulk really does seem like that reluctant superhero. She's like, no. I'm going to be a lawyer, and I'm going to have my normal life, despite the fact that I have these incredible powers. You know, being a superhero are for, what did she say?
Billionaires are narcissists.
And surprisingly,
I want that on a t-shirt.
Adult orphans.
Oh, yeah. Alluding to maybe also Batman.
I
know maybe. It's not the same universe, but like...
Well, no. In, what is it called? In Eternals, they did mention Superman and Batman.
So they're aware.
They are aware of those characters.
At least that's what we think. So, yeah. I mean, I'm really excited. I freaking love Tatiana Maslany. I'm so happy. I think she is the perfect person to play Jennifer Walters. I've been wanting, and we've been curious. We're like, okay, Attorney at Law, is this going to be like procedural? But they confirmed that this is going to have way more of a comedic tone to it, which I am all for. So everything I've seen, I've liked. I see a lot of you guys in the comments. I would say out of all the Marvel series and characters, for me specifically, I think She-Hulk is the one that I'm least familiar with. So I'm real excited to learn everything about her and how the show is going to present her and bring her into the MCU. But I saw a lot of you guys saying like Death by Snooze.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What is? Do you know what that is?
Okay, so in Futurama, they end up Futurama, that is the reference.
Okay.
So Death by Snooze. So they end up going to this planet that is all women, but they are huge barbarian-like women.
Oh.
They even have like a barbarian-like language.
Okay.
And with the guys that are in the group of Futurama, they are all kind of captured and forced to have sex with all of these big barbarian women. And there's the story that every man that ends up on this planet ends up dying of like, because they end up having like their pelvic crushed.
Oh my God.
And so it's because these women just constantly over and over and over and over, and they're just like, okay, you know, the spirit is willing, but the body is squishy, and I need a break. Maybe we can just cuddle for a little bit.
Oh my God, how funny.
So, and then it's called Death by Snooze Snooze. Because that's what they call it. And
so many people were putting that in our comments.
It is hilarious.
And in the
love
chat
the
earlier
reference.
Today.
Because seeing She-Hulk pick up that one guy and just looks like they're heading off to the bedroom.
Yeah. They got the fries to go. She prioritized. She's like, I think one of the only things that I'm a little, like, if I were to nitpicky at anything from the trailer, because otherwise it's a really great, fun trailer, it sets the tone for the show, was at certain, not the whole thing through, certain parts of the CGI looked a little spotty, and after watching over and over, I think I maybe have an idea of why it looked weird to my eyes. I think it's the hair in one specific shot, because she moved, but the hair didn't move. But also, the show doesn't come out for like another 3 months. There's plenty of time for them to, if they want to, like, I don't know, do some fine touches to the hair or something like that.
Honestly, I don't think
it's just the hair stayed, like, you know how there's movement when your hair, like, it just didn't.
Yeah.
Because she swung around like this.
This is the thing, our aesthetic, or our vision has actually really adapted with technology of the time. If this would have come out maybe 10 years ago, we would have like, oh my gosh, this is the best we've ever seen.
Of course.
And because I remember having this conversation with a friend of mine to where they're like, oh yeah, sooner or later, we're not even going to need actors anymore. And a part of me is kind of like, I think the thing is that we're constantly, it's kind of like hackers and cybersecurity. We get really good cybersecurity, but then the hackers get better. But then we get even better cybersecurity, but then the hackers get, and it's going to always be like this one-upping of each other when it comes to doing certain technology, especially with the human face.
Right.
So it's always that kind of losing battle.
Yes.
So there comes a time to where I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm just going to like what we see. And I'm really excited to just see how much of She-Hulk and Hulk we get in this. And finally, we're going to get like a really long story that focuses on Bruce Banner, on the Hulk, on She-Hulk, because for the longest time, that was a really hard nut to crack. How do you make a Hulk movie when all you have is a Hulk that smashes? Now that you have a Hulk that can do a lot of scenes, can actually have a conversation, like they actually did a really good job of that in Thor Ragnarok. They turned him into, you can actually have a conversation with the Hulk. So I'm wondering if we're going to get so many more evolutions of the Hulk. So I'm excited to see that. I'm just excited for something brand new.
Yeah.
Because I'm not familiar with She-Hulk that much. And Marvel keeps on just knocking it out of the park. So I'm super excited for She-Hulk.
Smash.
Home run!
All right. And that is essentially our thoughts on the trailer for She-Hulk. You guys can watch our reaction video that is now up on the channel. So give that, go ahead and check that out. And with that, we're about half an hour over. So we're going to go ahead and get going because we've got some stuff to get to, as well as another walk for Navi. And we're going to run out of time very, very quickly. So we got to go. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with us for an extra long show today with a tiny little bit of a late start and a bumpy start, if you will. To everybody who sent in super chats to support the channel, thank you guys so much. We love you and your continued support. We will update you guys on where we are with the meetup for Star Wars Celebration and future content. There will be tons of reviews.
Yeah, for more information on that, please keep in touch with the Discord. Keep in touch with our Instagram. The movie, yes. Is it just the Movie Couple channel, or is it just
the Movie Couple?
Just
that
one
was available.
I flip flop which one's which.
Bye, Navi.
She's going to stop
by.
Oh,
hi, Navi.
Because we will keep you guys informed. Also, next Saturday, we're probably going to be starting at a little bit earlier of a time because Wendy and I do have something to get to later that day. So we're probably going to start around 1:30, depending on when we actually are able to get things up and running.
And that's for this Saturday.
This Saturday.
All right. And there you have it. Okay, guys. Starju says the meetup should be on a Sunday. We can't both be there on a Sunday. I got to pick the days that everybody's available and the lightest load. If I do Sunday, there's some creators that may be flying home or driving, like, out of state. So that's why Thursday is probably the best bet, availability-wise, for the creators. So, all right, that's it. We love you. We will talk to you this Saturday.
We'll see you this Saturday, everyone.
Bye, everybody.